There we are. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. So glad you're here. Hi, Bren.
Hey, where's your Christmas shirt? You said Christmas sweater today.
Yeah, let me see your Christmas sweater. Okay, that's cute.
Yeah, I was going to wear my really ugly one, but I didn't want to dig it out of the closet. Where's yours?
Christmas sweater. I did. I told Brenda, I said, let's wear a Christmas sweater. You're right. I did. Okay, so here's the story. My oldest daughter borrowed my Christmas sweater.
Well, say no more.
Last year, she borrowed my sweater.
Yep,
it is a great sweater. It's got sloths standing in front of the Christmas tree, and the Christmas tree even lights up. And it's these two sloths opening Christmas presents, and the calendar on the wall says January 15th. It's a great sweater, and I was so excited to wear it today. And I'm looking in my closet going, where is it? And so I had to send Christina a text, and she goes, oh, I have that.
Uh-huh.
So
sounds about right.
We're blaming it on the kid. It's always the kid's fault, right? Or I can blame it on the dog, but this one I can really blame on the kid.
Yep, and we should.
And we should. Well, I'll tell you what, everybody, we're going to get started. I've got we're right before the holidays, right? It's the 15th. Everything is kind of we're in crazy mode, right? We're a year and a half away. How about a week and a half away?
January 15th.
January 15th. I thought I would just do a really fun, simple, little fun idea. I know hopefully everyone's done with their Christmas cards. So let me show you what we're going to create today. It's something kind of fun. We're going to make a little Christmas wreath. Now, I don't know about you. I love to decorate for the holidays. I do. But I have some areas in my house that just needed a little something. And these little wreaths are perfect. They're little 6-inch wreaths. I got this at my local craft store. I saw those and I'm like, hey, that's fun. I want to do something with that. Because I have either like a little space in my bathroom that's a little part of a wall, or maybe on a closet door, maybe the coat closet or thing. We all have those places, right? Where we just need a little something. I'm going to show you how easy it is to create this. And I'm also going to share with you some ways that you could use this wreath over and over again, because we would love to use it for more holidays, right? Guys, I do have a free download that's going to go along with today's project. And you're going to have my supply list, my measurements, my second version. I'm going to be creating a different version of the project so you can get two different ideas. You can order right there. Dare I mention that today, Thursday, December 15th, 2022, is free shipping day. So I would love to be your demonstrator. Click there. You'll be able to place your order. And if you need to come back and watch my video again and see what kind of crazy antics we come up with, you can scan or click the QR code and you'll be able to check out the video. All right, that's your free download, simplysimplestamping.com, or look down in the YouTube description. There's a direct link where you can get that. All right, friends, I'm going to go over the supplies that you need. And look at this. There is not a lot that you need. We love that, right? I guess there's something beneficial to something being tiny. Okay, so here's our little wreath. I got these as a 4-pack. They were not terribly expensive. Like I said, it's a 6-inch wreath. I've got 20 inches of ribbon. You do your favorite ribbon, but you're going to need about 20 inches so we can have some nice long tails. So the version that I made, Brenda, I'm laughing right now because I'm going, what's burning? It's the smell of my hot glue gun. You guys know hot glue gun smell. I haven't used that hot glue gun in a while. And I'm like, woo, okay, I smell that burning. I've got 2 pieces of cardstock. I have Evening Evergreen and Soft Succulent. And that's just a 1/4 sheet, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Hey, you could also use some scraps, whatever works for you. But that's about the right size of what you're going to need. I've got 2 pieces here of cherry cobbler and real red. Again, these are scraps. I cut mine 2 by 2, whatever works. We got a little piece of basic white. If possible, I think you're going to prefer basic white thick for this. That's for our sentiment. And this one is a 1 3/4 by 3-inch, or again, just some scrap. And then you're going to need a couple pieces of adhesive sheet. So I have a piece here that is 4 by 5 1/4, and that is going to go here on my Evening Evergreen. You notice it's cut a little bit smaller than my cardstock. I did that because it makes it much easier to adhere that down. And then I've also got a 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 piece of adhesive sheet, and that's going to go right there onto my cherry cobbler. The last thing we're going to need is hot glue gun. Yes, you're going to have your hot glue gun. And Brenda shared a really great tip with me. I said, oh, I hope I don't burn myself. And she says, do you have some water handy? So I went and grabbed my Simply Simple stamping cup. It's got some cold water in there and my cherry themed towel. So if I burn myself, I can stick my fingers in some cold water. So thank you, Brenda, for the tip. Let's hope I don't have to use it. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to move some things out of my way. And I'm going to share with you what we're going to need, what we're going to use to create our fun little project today. I'm going to use the Leaves of Holly bundle. And I know a ton of you guys bought this one. It was uber popular, super fun. The Leaves of Holly stamp set. I'm going to be honest. The only thing we're using from the stamp set is the sentiment. And you can say either Christmas wishes or season's greetings, whatever you want to do. But mainly we're going to be using the dies on this one. So if you don't have the stamp set, don't worry about it. You probably have a Christmas sentiment that would work great. But we're going to focus here mainly on the dies. And I'm going to tell you, we need the 2 largest leaves. And you see that there's 2. One's going to create an outline, and one's going to create the background. So the largest ones, and I say that because there's some smaller ones. We want these larger ones. And then we're going to need our holly berries. And we've got same thing. We've got an outline and a background. We're going to need those. So let me move this out of the way. And I told you I was going to use a different color combination. Woohoo! Are you curious what Connie's going to do? Yeah, I decided to shake it up. So I'm going to be using some Parakeet Party. My overlay is going to be in Granny Apple Green. And then I have Real Red and Polished Pink. Okay, it's true. These are like some of my favorite colors at Christmas time. I mean, this one is great and it's very traditional, but I wanted to have some fun. I wanted to kind of go Connie style. So I'm going to create another wreath using these colors. So to start off, we are going to create the outline, the top layer of our leaves, and that's this one here. But I need some adhesive sheet for that. So remember we had a piece that was just a little bit smaller than my cardstock. I am going to remove this backing, and I'm going to give you a couple little tips. When you peel off the backing from adhesive sheet, just take it nice and slow, and you're going to see this piece has nothing on it. That piece has adhesive on it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere. You notice I just took off one layer. I just find this makes it a little bit easier. So now what I can do is peel off this layer and bring that one down. Just give it its nice little back rub. And my last one. And let me tell you, if for some reason you're having any kind of issues, you can even use your take your pick tool to pick that up. Sometimes, oops, it's a little too close to my hot glue gun. I didn't want to melt it. Again, I'm going to peel that off nice and slow. And I'll lay my last backing on there. There you go. Now, what that is going to do is going to create let's flip it over because we want the adhesive on the back, right? We want to create an easy adhesive layer to go on top of my background pieces. So this is what we're going to cut out. I'm going to start. Let me bring in my machine here. So give me a second to clear some things. You know, there's only so much space in a camera these days. All right, I'm going to put this right here. And what I want to do is there's my adhesive sheet. And you can see I didn't go all the way to the top. So we're going to place our first die right here. Again, I'm not squishing it way up there. So kind of keep it down just a little bit. I've got cutting plate or base plate 1, cutting plate 2, cutting plate 3 and 4. And I'm going to run this through. A tip that I have whenever I'm doing detailed dies like this is I run it through 2 or 3 times. So you notice I'm just running it back and forth. I didn't go all the way through. You don't have to. As long as we feel the machine give way, we know that we've got our die here. You notice it's not wanting to pop out. Sometimes Yep. Sometimes you can throw it on the ground or on your table and it'll pop loose. But you know, that adhesive sheet kind of makes it stick in there. I just took my paper piercer from my Take Your Pick tool, and you see how that lifted it? Now I want to make a really great point. You see how it didn't pull out all these pieces? Don't worry about it. Haha, I'm going to teach you a trick. So just stick with me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run 2 more of these through. So I'm going to do one here and I'm going to do one here. Okay. Now I did do those in advance for you, but I wanted you to see you're going to go 1 horizontal and 2 vertical. All right. So let's pretend we've die cut all of those. Now we're going to come in. Remember, this one does not. This is my parakeet party. There's no adhesive sheet on this one. And we're going to start up here at the top. And guys, you're going to do that exact same thing, only this one, because it's not a detailed die, I really only need to go through just the one time to give myself my background. Now we're going to repeat that. You guessed it, here and here, so that we get 3. We're going to need 3 of these when we're all done. Okay. Now we're going to move on to these pieces. And you know what? I can actually, look at this. I can do all of this at the same time. Let me go ahead and stamp on this real quick. I'm going to use a real red ink pad. Please tell me someone else is like me. And I love saving time and running everything I can through my die cutting machine at one time. I'm all about saving that time. Let's stamp a little Christmas wishes there. And guys, that's all the stamping we're going to do. Can you believe it? We're really focusing on the dies today. So we've got a great little label that comes in the Leaves of Holly bundle. I'm going to put that one right there. Stay with me, little guy. There we go. And on this one, I need to put that adhesive sheet. And where did it go? Oh, it got way behind me. So I'm going to take another adhesive sheet. And guys, this is one, just like I told you, that sometimes that adhesive sheet just wants to be stubborn. So you can kind of just take the edge. Did you see how I did that? I just kind of scraped it. And that will lift that adhesive sheet for me. And we'll get our last one. Add this right there. So I know that Christmas is like about to come and go. I got to find my dies here, guys. Sorry. Like I said, there's only so much space in a camera. Oh, there we go. All right. So remember the one that had the adhesive on the back, that was the real red. That's the one that we need the outline. And then my little berries are going to be in polished pink. It's crazy, but it's going to be fun. And I'm going to be honest, I have no idea what it's going to look like because this was a last minute decision. I decided I'm going to change it up. Okay. My tip for adhering or cutting all of these at once is see how I've got my plate lifted up? Kind of tuck it underneath your machine, bring it straight down, and then we can run this through. I'm also holding on to it right here. There, I've gone through everything. I'm just going to go ahead and back it out. And there is my sentiment. Here are my other pieces. All right, guess what? We're done with the machine. So I'm going to set that way down there. And let's get rid of all of our little scrap. Get my dies out of the way. Somebody asked me the other day, Connie, did you ever find your missing circle die? No, I did not. I'm not happy about that. I'm still missing it. Okay. Oh, Sue says she runs as many things as she can through the die machine at one time, especially when I'm preparing for card classes, right? I know. So those of us that are demonstrators, many of us teach classes. Boy, this little guy's just wanting to be stubborn and not pop out of there. Let me try the, well, no, that got a little piece out. Yeah, I do too. It's just, you know, if I'm over there at the die machine, I just really like to try to do as much as I can at one time. All right, there we go. Now, I mentioned this on the leafy die. I'm not going to bother trying to get these out. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to start. Let me move my sentiment out of the way. I'm going to start with this real red and see how we've got these little detailed die cuts that kind of stay behind. I am going to teach you my little trick. When you're using adhesive sheets, if you will peel this back slowly, 9 times out of 10, it pulls those out. So I didn't have to sit there and putz with it and stuff. I also try to, I don't want to do this upside down. I also try to do this without touching as much of the adhesive as I can. Oh my gosh, I think that's so cute on the polished pink. It's kind of fun, huh? All right, there are my berries. Now I'm going to show you how we're going to do that with the leaf die. So there's my parakeet party. This one's usually pretty easy to take off. Now, when it comes to the leaves, whoops, everything's coming in with me. It's kind of the stems of my leaves are going to be hidden. So that tends to be the best place to hold on to your die cutting, because it's got that sticky on it. Again, just take it nice and slow. I'm kind of bending this paper as I go. And that's why I said 9 times out of 10, it's going to pull all those pieces out. Oh, it missed just a few. That's okay. I can get those popped right out of there. They loosened up. They just didn't come out. So we'll just give those a quick.
Hey, Connie.
Yes.
Somebody's asking about the stamping retreat in January. Do you want to talk about that?
Okay, let's talk about that. Yeah, the Creativate Retreat is an online weekend stamping retreat. And actually, registration starts tomorrow. Yeah, this will be our 12th retreat. Can you believe that, Brenda? 12 retreats. And yeah, registration will open up for that tomorrow. Pardon me, because I got to get these little pieces off my finger. Welcome to the world of paper crafting. Well, it just, they're just everywhere. Okay. I'm going to laugh when the puppy finds these later. He'll eat them. He'll eat anything.
Yes, he will.
He ate his bed the other day. Because that's what we all do. Little hungry? Well, we'll just snack on our bed. Yeah, there's green fuzz all over my stamp room right now. All right. But yeah, I'll tell you what, let me get this adhered and then I'll give you some more details about the stamp retreat. I'm just so excited. It's a wonderful weekend. It's probably like one of my most favorite things to do. We do the lives just like we're doing here. We're going to do lives, and we've got 9 different lives to share with you. And it's super fun. It's like a weekend set aside just for you. And we all need that, right? We want some time for us. Absolutely. Yeah. Registration will start tomorrow at 7 a.m. And you're going to see the Creativate team. If you don't know who they are, that is Brandy Cox, Jackie Bolheis, Sharon Armstrong, and myself. We are the Creativate team. You probably recognize some of those names. We are going to all come together on January 13th and 14th. That's a Friday night and Saturday. So yeah, I'll be sure. I'm going to be sending out an email with all that information tomorrow. So check that out. All right, you can kind of see what I'm doing as I'm talking. I'm going to adhere these right here. I'm going to start with these 2 outer ones. And here we go. Scary time, hot glue gun time. So by the way, I have my silicone mat underneath me. This thing is awesome. Can you see where this has dripped? Wait, I got to make sure it's not hot. It's not. But look, it just plops right off. I love the silicone mat because I don't have to worry about getting glue all over everything. It just pops right off the silicone mat. I am going to add these 2 right here. And I'm not a hot glue gun expert, so I'm just going to add some glue. And I'm going to put 1 here, and I'm going to put 1 here, and hope I don't burn myself. Let's see if I can get that last one in there. Nope, I better add a little more glue on top. And don't worry, I'm going to be doing some other things to get that to stick. All right. Oh, and then we get the fun part. We got to wait for the glue to dry, don't we? Or to, chill. I've got my hot glue gun set on high. Brenda, you hot glue gun a lot. Do you think this is the kind of project? Do you think it needs to be on high? What are your thoughts?
I think it completely depends on your glue gun. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, so far, no third-degree burns. So that's a good thing. You are so right. All right. Now you notice it's kind of hanging off there. I'm not going to worry about that, but I am just going to trim that off of there. I'm not going to need that stem. And now I'm going to add my berries, and it's going to come down a little bit. I'm going to put my ribbon right here, so you're not going to see the top of that. So we're going to add a little more. Oh, wouldn't you know it, my hot glue gun, my glue stick is about. I said, oh, I should bring another one over here, and then I was like, no, I've got plenty in there. That's a good thing this is the last I have to do on the glue gun. Look, it's at the very end. Okay, I've glued my pretty little polished pink and real red berries on there. I'm going to take my Christmas wishes, and here's what's kind of interesting. Rather than hot glue, I'm actually going to use Stampin' Dimensionals because I want this to pop. And we're going to add that right here. Yeah, it just kind of gives it a little more pop there. And now I'm going to show you how to create a really easy bow. So I had 20 inches of ribbon. This is the real red ruffled ribbon, but you know, you use your favorite ribbon on this, whatever is going to work for the theme in your house. I'm going to create a bunny head or a bunny ear and another bunny ear. This is how my mom taught me to tie my shoes. 2 bunny ears. And then I'm going to tie the 2 bunny ears together. Boom. Now I can adjust the size of that bow. I don't want it to be too big. I don't want it to overpower. And when you're happy with it, we can give it a little tug. And you notice how I just hold the knot there in the middle as I adjust? That'll kind of hold it in place. Let's see. What do we think? Yep, that's pretty good. I do want to make sure that my loops are loopy. We want loopy loops. I'm going to add another little dot of hot glue. Come on, hot glue. One more little dot. That's all I need. Thank you. Thank you. All right. And we'll add our bow here. Again, I got to kind of let that cool. But what I'm going to do with the tails, because I don't want them to just like go crazy, I'm going to put just a little, oh, come on, glue gun. Here we go. And this kind of allows me to give it just a little, what do I want to say? Kind of movement. I don't know, that's not the word. What do I want to say? It's going to kind of allow it to look a little more dangly. There, that's the word of the day. Oh, come on. One little more drop of glue. How do I get that thing to go down? Glue guns and we don't always get along. So let's see if we can add that one. And guess what? I almost burned my finger. I did get glue on it, but I didn't burn it. Okay, now that's cute, but we're going to do one more thing. And actually, before I do anything, I'm going to unplug my hot glue gun because I'm done. Heaven knows we don't need that on anymore. I am going to add some bling to this. And these festive pearls are fantastic. Now, on this one, I added the red here on the berries, and I'm going to do that here as well. But on this one, I added the gold. I thought the gold looked really pretty with that evening evergreen and soft succulent. But you know what? This is bright. So we are going to go with the silver on this. And this is where you just get to kind of have some fun. These are so shiny. And really, they're just way too festive for words. So we're just going to polish this off with a few. Look at that. See, doesn't it really just make it? Oh, I love these little pearls. By the way, they are sticking around. They're going to be back. So if you didn't get them during the holidays, don't worry. Ooh, can I give you another tip? So I got a glue gun string. You guys know the glue gun strings, right? If you will let those completely cool, when they're cool, they come off super easy. If you try to do them when they're hot, they just keep on stretching. They just don't end. All right. let's get one more, maybe about right here. And then I'm going to take these red ones and I'm just adding these right over the little, I don't know, I guess we're going to call them the little detailed holes of the berry. I think they just look so nice with it. Okay, so now that I'm almost done with this, I want to tell you something else. You might not need something like this for Christmas, but wreaths are not just a Christmas project, right? We can use these all year long. So my tip to you is when you invest in these wreaths, I got them as a 4-pack, by the way, so no big deal there, and they weren't very expensive. After the holidays, if I want to, I can take this and just tear it off. Just tear it off. Are you cringing right now? Well, listen, guys, I mean, this is what we used. It's not a lot of cardstock. I can take this off and then I could do something maybe for Valentine's Day. I could put a couple hearts here. I could do this in some spring colors and make some really nice ones. Easter wreaths are really nice. So when you have those places you want to add something, remember this, we didn't use a lot of products, so we could just rip this off. Now, you are welcome to store this and use it again next year, but it is kind of nice to go, you know what, I'll just do something new with it next year. Because,
Hey, Connie.
yes.
Cindy has a really great tip. She says, what if you did everything and just did a little piece of Velcro on the back of what you did and a Velcro on your wreath and then just switch them out?
Brilliant. Who said that?
Cindy Rogers.
Cindy Rogers, I could kiss you. You are absolutely right. We could just, adhere all this together and then put a Velcro dot right there. Absolutely correct. You know what? I even have some of those. And if my adhesive on my Velcro dots aren't strong enough, glue gun. In fact, you might even want to do that just to make sure that's good and strong because this is a really rough texture. Excellent, Cindy. Thanks for sharing that. That would be an excellent idea. But I do want to create these for other seasons, and I hope you do too. But yeah, I'm excited to liven up my bathrooms and some closet doors and things with my uber fun Christmas wreaths. So like I said, today I just wanted to share something a little bit different. Maybe you're done with the Christmas cards. Hopefully you're done with those Christmas cards because it is the 15th. And so maybe you're looking for a little something fun to craft. Maybe when the family all gets together, this would be a fun Christmas craft you could do with the kids. If they're little, watch them with the hot glue gun, have the cold water there like Brenda taught us. A really fun little project that you could do with fam when they're all together for the season. All right, Brenda, that is all for 2022. We're done. This is my last live for the year. Guys, my girls, Jenny is out of college. She took her last final. So she's going to be home for the holiday. Christina is a teacher. Tomorrow is her last day of classes, so she'll be home for a couple of weeks. I'm going to spend some time with my girls and with my hubby. He's going to take a week off as well. So I hope you don't mind. I'm going to just keep things a little quiet here on my YouTube channel until January, just so I can enjoy that time with my kids. I hope that you all have a wonderful, very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday. I pray that it's filled with family, friends, love, and some good food. Hopefully some sugar. I love you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Hey, give me a thumbs up on YouTube if you enjoyed the wreath project. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe because I got all kinds of good stuff coming to you guys in 2023. Don't forget about your free shipping. And don't forget to check your email tomorrow because if you're on my list, I'll be sending you an email about the Creative 8 retreat. If you're not on my list, email me at Connie@simplysimplestamping.com and I'll make sure you get on my list so that you get the information about the retreat coming January 13th and 14th of next year. Happy holidays. Love you guys. Mwah. See you later. Bye-bye.